Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're regular here, you know by now I review many photographic, audio and video related products, and if you're new here, well, that's exactly what I do. Now today we're taking a brief look at 3 different wireless microphone systems, and the ones we're looking at are the Saramonic Blink 500, the HollyLand Lark 150 and the brand new Rode Wireless Go Mark II. Now, the reason why I'm looking at these, I own all 3, I've purchased all of them, I haven't been sent them for trial, so what I say is completely my own opinion. I'm not being swayed by the manufacturer or by a distributor. I've actually purchased them. So, the first ones I purchased was the Saramonic Blink 500, and these are quite nifty little wireless microphones. Work on a 2.4 gigahertz wireless sort of Wi-Fi wireless frequency, which is completely free to use worldwide, and that's great as well. All of them actually work on the 2.4 gigahertz frequency, so they're all free to use, no licenses required. So that is great, and the distance is pretty reasonable across all of them, so I'm not really going to compare range distances because they're all much of a muchness. They say 100 meters, possibly 200 meters if you're in line of sight. I do find that the minute you turn your back, so if like me, I've got it clipped to, I did have, but it's gone, but I had it clipped to my shirt. If you turn your back, then you lose the signal. You know, if you're walking quite a distance away. That would be the same with all of these microphones. So that's a Saramonic, brilliant little system, reasonably compact, but very simple to use. You basically got your on-off button on the top here, little red on-off button on the top here, and then the same on the transmitters. Transmitters are a bit bulkier, but it has again got that on-off button on the top. Push that in and it glows blue. You can set your dB level by pushing the button in, and that will change the level, and the display changes slightly according to what setting you have. There'll be a link up here somewhere to my review of the Saramonic Blink 500. It's got the standard clip on the back, and you got your microphone on the top. All 3 of these systems have microphones built in. The Rode has got a nice little microphone built into the top there, so that's rather nifty. And we've all got an external 3.5mm jack lavalier microphone port, or just external mic port. None of them are lockable, so you can't actually screw the microphone into it. And that's the same on the Lark 150, and that's the same on the Rode Wireless Go Mark II. Now, I'm getting quite a mix here. Now, they all are 2 transmitters with 1 receiver, but they all work very slightly different to how you use them. Now, the simplest one is the Saramonic. You can't do a great deal with that. It's basically 2 transmitters. They're quite bulky actually. They're quite bulky transmitters. It comes with the 2 transmitters that transmit the signal into 1 receiver, but I haven't found a way of adjusting that signal. So what I mean by adjusting the signal is either having it as a split channel, so you've got your left one of them on one channel and the other one on the other channel, so when you come to edit it, you can actually split the audio, because you might have one slightly higher if somebody's talking softer, you want to boost his or her level up, or the other one might be talking the same, you know, softer or lighter, and you want to boost or reduce their level. Or you can merge them. With the Saramonics, I've found it seems to only be a merged stereo, well, mono signal, not stereo, a mono signal across both channels. But with the Rode Wireless Go 2 and with the HollyLand Lark 150, you can choose whether, and it's ever so easy to do, you can choose whether you want the signal from both transmitters. So with the Rode, you've got your 2 transmitters here. I'll show you these in just a moment. So that's your 2 transmitters. And what you can do with these ones is set the receiver up to either receive the two signals as a merged signal. So when it goes down to the camera, it actually merges those two signals and you end up with a mono, well, on two channels, but it's a merged signal from the two audio inputs. So left and right is merged to one master output. Or you can set them up to be left and right, which is great because, again, as I said earlier, if somebody's talking louder or softer, you can do fine adjustments in the edit. And that's exactly the same as you can do with the HollyLand Lark 150. So there we go. In a nutshell, that's what the major differences are from that point of view. But what I'm going to go into now is what I like about, particularly, I'm going to kind of ignore the Saramonics because they're simple and straightforward. Sound quality is pretty decent from them. You charge them up via USB-C. The way you charge up the Saramonics is exactly the same way. It's identical way you charge up the Rhodes. And this is one of the downsides I found with the Saramonics, and I certainly find with the Rhodes. But I'll explain what that downside is compared to the HollyLand. So yeah, with the Rhodes, you've got your two transmitters and your one receiver, and you charge these up by plugging 3 separate USB-C leads. I can't hold all 3 of them like that. You charge them up by plugging your 3 separate USB-C leads into, well, presumably a multi-block. I've got an Amazon multi-block USB charger, so I can plug the 3 into that, and then what happens is the blue lights on the transmitters flash to say they're charging, and then they'll stop flashing. They'll just glow a solid blue once it's charged, and then the display on the receiver will just show you that the battery's charged. So that's with the Saramonics and with the Rode. But with the HollyLand, it's great. I mean, it's one of the best features I've ever come across. The HollyLand kit comes in this nifty box. It's a case, basically, a completely a completely enclosed case. So you drop your receivers. How can we do this? You drop your receivers into the case. It's not very well lit, actually, unfortunately, but you drop your receivers into the case. Same with the transmitter. The receiver and the two transmitters go into the case like so, and it comes up with a display, and that display tells you the case is charged and the two transmitters are charged, and also the case is the charger, so it's got a battery in the case. So whenever you drop it back in here, you're charging them all up, so it's all enclosed in one unit. So you only need one USB-C lead that plugs into the back here to go into your charger. So when you go out filming, it's wonderful. You've charged it up, so you've charged the case up effectively, and that keeps the transmitters and the receiver charged all the time, because as long as they're dropped in the cradles in the case, and it's lovely made. That's one advantage with the HollyLand Lark 150. There's no fumbling around with charging up 3 separate units and then remembering which ones have you charged. Because if you've got 2 transmitters and there's only one of you, you might have not charged them both up. You might have only charged one, but it's remembering which one you have charged. And that would be the same with the Saramonics. So that's one major score for the HollyLand. It's all enclosed in one case, and I really do like that. Now, the other thing that I love about the HollyLand is the operation of it. So let's take out the receiver. So the receiver has got this absolutely fantastic display on the front of the unit, and it's all manual controls. You've got lovely controls. So you've got your channel 2 level control here, and you've got your channel 1 level control here, and you can set it to mono or stereo just by pushing one of the buttons in. I can't remember which one it is, for changing it to mono and stereo. And you can see the audio levels come up on the display really nicely. So from a usability point of view, the HollyLand is great. I really do like that. And the sound quality is great. So the other great thing about the HollyLand, it comes with this pouch which is just a run-of-the-mill pouch, but I keep all my HollyLand bits and pieces in it. But the actual windsock that it comes with, let's go and find one. Here we go. And it comes with lavalier microphones as well, where the Rode Wireless Go 2s don't, but the Saramonic Blink 500 kit does. So the only one that doesn't effectively is the Rode Wireless Go 2. You have to buy your own lavalier microphones for that kit. But the great thing with the HollyLand kit, you can see that it's got a built-in microphone actually on the unit. Well, to plug in the windsock is this little, you know, fluffy thing here. That just plugs straight into the microphone port. Plug that in, and lo and behold, straight away within seconds you've got your wind muff on, and that's great. And that's not going to fall out at all because it's a really firm fit inside that socket. It don't take 2 seconds to do that. I found with the Rode comes with its own pouch. Here we go. The Rode comes with its own pouch, quite a long pouch, and it does come with 3 windsocks. So it comes with a spare windsock. It also comes with your cable to connect it to your camera. So, you know, fine and dandy, brilliant. But I found it might be me. That's the top of a Rode Wireless Go 2s. But I found it's a right palaver. It's bayonet mount. So once it's on, it's on. But it's a right palaver to get that to fit properly. I don't know how you do it. I struggle with that. But I still haven't done it. But once it's on though. So I find that a bit of a downside. If you need to do that quickly, I have a bit of an issue with it. I think it's a poor design. But you know, there you go. So that's effectively the main differences between the HollyLand Lark 150 and the Rode Wireless Go 2s. But the Rode Wireless Go 2 has a trick up its sleeve that the other 2 systems don't have. This is a really nice little trick. It's got, let me just turn it on, turn that one on, and turn one of these on. I won't bother turning them both on. So we've now got the receiver and 1 transmitter turned on that you can see. Oops, you can see on the display there. There's one of them are turned on, and the great thing is on the Rode Wireless Go 2, it's got backup audio recording. So it's got a built-in recorder in each transmitter, and the amount you can record is about 7 hours. But it may be less, it may be more, depending on what compression you set. Because you can either set broadcast compression, or you can, which is basically uncompressed, or you can set it as a compressed signal. As it's backup audio, I would probably set it to compressed because you'll get more. A, it doesn't use so much battery, and B, you'll get more actually on the recording. So, and you can see there a little red record light comes up because the minute you connect the 2 together, so the minute the transmitter's talking to the receiver, it'll start recording, and it records it internally. There's no stop and start with it. It'll just keep recording. It goes on while they're turned on and talking to each other. And that's a great feature. You actually retrieve the audio using the Rode Central app, which you need to download off Rode's website, and then you download the audio, then you can export the audio as a WAV file, or I think MP3, or whatever you want to export it as. But it's a redundancy backup. It's not really designed to be used all the time, but in case you do lose signal between the transmitter and the receiver, it's great that you've got backup audio already there. So brilliant little feature. The other 2 systems don't have that. They are straightforward wireless transmitting systems, wireless microphones. And I do love that particular feature. Also, you can adjust your dB levels. It's a matter of pushing in the dB setting on the bottom of the unit with a Rode, and you can set it to, as I said earlier, either stereo or a merged mono signal that comes out, which merges the 2 tracks together. So yeah, and again, you got your belt clip, and the same as the others, you got your microphone input. So, you know, that is the, you know, whole mixture of radio microphone systems that I have. So there we go. I'll just do a quick recap. The beauty with the HollyLand Lark 150 is it's all self-contained in one unit, and that's really handy, certainly for storage and for charging them. Once they're all dropped in there, where's my other one? There, no, it isn't. Where are you? Well, he's not there. I don't know where he is. Once they're all dropped into the unit, take the windsock off, then you close the lid, and then that'll all start charging, and that's great, all self-contained, really like that. And the other main advantage with the HollyLand is that wonderful display and the manual controls for adjusting your settings, and I find that wonderful. The main advantage with the Rode Wireless Go 2 is the backup audio recording that you get automatically, and that's great for redundancy, certainly great for professional use. So with these systems, and they're really compact as well, so really light on compact systems, so I think that's another advantage as well, is its compactness. And audio quality is going to be much the same as what it is with the HollyLand, probably a bit better because the Rode is such a good manufacturer. They've been making audio kit for such a long time. I'm not too sure the battery indication's as good as what it is on the HollyLand. That's a really big battery indication. This is really tiny, but at least it is there. And then the Saramonics, they're fine. They get the job done, but they're not so visual, so you can't clearly see what's going on with the Saramonics, because it is only just one light and one button. Everything's done through one button. There's a couple of buttons on the side there. So there isn't really a lot to say about the Saramonics. They're very simple devices. Basically one button on the top. You've got a pairing button, buttons on the side there to pair them if you need to. But again, they come paired out of a box. The same as the HollyLand and the same as the Rode Wireless Go 2. What do I prefer? Which ones do I prefer? I don't know at the moment. I've always loved my Rode Wireless Go 1s. I use them a lot until I bought the HollyLand kit. So I'm kind of swaying towards the Rode Wireless Go 2 system. I really do like that, but I do find fitting the windsock on for outdoors is really fiddly, where the HollyLand Lark 150 isn't. But as I say, it's mixed feelings, because the HollyLand Lark 150 is a great all-in-one case kit. So I don't have to remember to charge the batteries up, because they already are charged the minute they're put in this case. So I would probably still pick the HollyLand Lark 150 for my general day-to-day stuff, because I know when I take it out of the case, the batteries in the units are going to be charged. With the Rode, I just have to be sure that I have charged them up. I know I can look at the displays to see if they are charged or if they're not charged, but yeah, I like them all. And I think, again, the advantage with the Rode is that it's got that redundancy audio, that backup audio that you don't get with the others. And backup audio is so useful, so useful. I'm actually recording today's audio on this particular episode through my Sony A7C with the B1M, BCM, whatever it's called, Sony digital microphone. I can't use me wireless mics because I've got them all on the desk here, making a bit of a mess of them all on the desk there, so I can't use them. And I haven't set up my I usually use my Sennheiser MKE 600 using the Sony K2M adapter, but I haven't set that up, so I'm actually using the Sony gun mic on top of the camera. There's a link up here somewhere to a review of the Sony B1M, something like that it's called. So there we go. That's the review of the comparison really between the HollyLand Lark 150 kit, which is this one, and I've showed you many times that that's a HollyLand Lark 150, the Rode Wireless Go 2 kit, which is basically this one with the two transmitters, and the Saramonic Blink 500 kit, which is this very simple one here. Now there will be a a link in the description below to my Amazon affiliate page where you can actually order these products and many other products that I use. So take a look at that, and if you do order them, it doesn't cost you any more, but I earn a few pennies, so it helps me grow the channel and helps me keep the channel going. So thanks very much for that. And also Amazon have got a really good returns policy, so if you have any issues with it or you don't like it, you can easily send it back. So that's why I recommend Amazon. So there we go. I hope you found that useful. There's only a short comparison between these three different microphone systems. As I say, they all work on the 2.4 gigahertz wireless frequency, but it's completely free and it's license free. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to use the Amazon links if you do decide you want to purchase anything. That would be really good. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.